live with the loudest candy in the world.
Shut up.
Loudest candy bag in the world. Just zipping it up. Hold on, I gotta just.
You ever been in class, like in high school, and try to eat something that's like dead quiet, and you just open the bag of chips, and it's like, yeah, this is all you hear.
But this is all you. The teacher looks back. All she sees is like this, noisy. Turns around, then it goes, rush.
You roll the 1 on stealth.
Or you start coughing to cover it. Rip open that bag.
I used to do that to help people, try and help people out. When their phone goes off, I just go.
Start banging on the desk.
And then they're taking forever to like put on silent, and I'm like, there's only so much I can do.
Then you just stop. You look at them. And you're like, that's all on you now. I helped. I did my best, dude. You gotta step it up.
But yeah. So I guess we can continue some conversation we're having offline.
Yeah. So we punched people on the street to see their reaction. Is that not what we're talking about? As a result, we were both arrested.
That would be edited out.
So our conversation, we're talking about glitchy, shitty games that have come out recently.
And they charge full price for it.
$60.
Can you imagine they release a game, $5 filled with glitches, and it was purposely released like that? Like
that's actually like a good game idea.
The goal of damn it, and I said it online. The goal
that's
of the
great, Mark. It's registered right here. It's ours.
The goal of the game, and you get achievements, is to find as much glitches. All the achievements are hidden. Like when you check the list, it doesn't show. It's hidden. It'll only show if you unlock it. And then to get like a platinum trophy, is you have to find every glitch in the game.
Well, there should also be one where you got to beat the game without finding any of the glitches.
Nah, that would be impossible.
That's like a 100G achievement or a gold trophy that you make it through. That's not a bad game though. It kind of works off like Wreck-It Ralph, the glitch driver at the end, like I forgot her name.
Was that the movie we saw? We went to okay.
Yeah, surrounded by kids. Theater full of kids, and then me and you. Just acting, looking shady as fuck.
But, yeah. Gucci games. Tony Hawk.
5.
I stopped playing. I knew when they announced a new Tony Hawk game, I just stopped back to the PlayStation 1 days where my cousin would break the game by putting in code so I could play as Spider-Man. And I'm like, this game has no future. Like, I'll be doing the tricks. I'll be midair. I'll be jumping off the board, and he'll, like, shoot his web to bring the board back. And I'm just like...
I remember that.
And then when they announced this new one, I'm just like, this game's not going to be good.
Well, the last one was also pretty bad. The one that came with the plastic skateboard that you used to... Is
the last one the one where there are, like, no loading screens? Was that the Tony Hawk game, or was that there? It was a skateboard game, I think. Where
that could have been just Skate.
I don't think it was Skate.
I don't know.
Skate had loading screens. I've seen people play that.
But yeah, so like Tony Hawk, I've seen a few glitches online. Like I've only like literally just a few where your player just doesn't move. He gets stuck on like a waypoint marker. And on top of that, you buy the game for $60, and the software for the game is like 4 gigs or something like that. And then there's a day one patch. So as soon as you buy the game, you download that patch on top of it. The patch itself is 7 gigs.
Nice.
So it's almost twice as large as the game. So people are saying that it's you buy the patch, and then you get the game.
They might as well include the code for free.
Seriously, it's just insane. And then
So you
it's,
can
it's
fix
all
it
buggy
yourself.
and shit.
Yeah, I saw the Conan what's his game show? Clueless Gamer. He had Lil Wayne, because apparently Lil Wayne is in the game because he's a skater now.
Yeah.
They had Lil Wayne and Tony Hawk there. The first joke he made when they booted up the game was how weird Tony Hawk looked in the game.
Why? How's he look?
Just like how his face looks. I forget exactly what he says, but he was just making fun of his face. And I'm just like, whoa, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, Conan doesn't give a shit. So that's an issue with the game. Thank God I don't play it, because I would have found every single glitch, as I tend to do. Today I froze my Xbox so hard that the operating system gave up on me.
That Windows 10.
I was playing Halo, and then the game froze, and then I hit the Xbox button, and then everything froze. And I'm like, this is me all over.
Everything changed.
Fire Nation attacked. So, yeah. Like, the last Tony Hawk I played was Tony Hawk 3. And the last one that I really played for real, like, long term, was the second one. So, I don't even need the newer ones. I would just go back to 2 and just replay those. It's like, what are you going to get? New tricks? I don't know. Like, it's an arcade-style game anyways. It's like, I don't need real physics in this, which I don't even think work.
Skateboarding has advanced in those years.
Oh, yeah. They got new spins and new tricks and new these.
New boards.
Fancy shit.
I've seen some nice skateboards though, like just a board with like, you know how they have the designs at the bottom.
Oh yeah, those.
Like I've seen some really like I would just buy that and just have it on my wall. Like, oh, you skate? No, I just like how it looks.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen like a lot of those too, but I don't need it for my games. It's like whatever.
But yeah.
And what was the other one I would talk about? Oh yeah, the NBA Live 16 that came out. Like EA stopped making these games for what, like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, and they still haven't fixed anything.
With what is it? The 2K 2K series. They're like, we just have to get our shit straight, and then they go and then they make a game that's just also full of glitches, including the famous one where the guy's on the free throw, sets it up, turns around and shoots towards his own basket.
No, towards the other people's basket.
Yeah, their own basket, though. The one that they're defending, that's their basket, right? That's how I see it. I don't do sports, man. I know that there's a ball and a referee. There's players that.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I just see it as no.
Because like your basket is the one you defend. You don't want anybody in your base. It's like capture the flag. It's like you got your base, which you're defending. You don't want the flag in there. So it's the same thing with the ball. Is like you got your basket. You don't want any balls in your basket. That's how you get pregnant.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking of it the opposite. Like they're like the other team is trying to stop you from scoring. So you're trying to score into your own thing.
Yeah, I guess you can see it either way.
You can see either way, but I understand what you're saying. You're looking at it from a soccer perspective,
right?
Or football, whichever you want to go by.
Exactly.
You're looking at that like you have the goalie protecting your goal.
Right.
I guess basketball. I guess you could look at it either way, because either way, after halftime, you switch anyways. You switch.
Yeah, well, in soccer you do too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But yeah, like I'm not a basketball sports guy, so I don't know what like the correct terminology is. But that's another game that's $60. You get a Spike Lee directed single player mode, which
snap!
I'd seen this one thing on Reddit, and the guy's like, "You want a real life NBA career? It's playoff times, and you got some white chick telling you that you raped her, and now she's pregnant."
that was in NBA Live.
No, like
Oh,
Somebody on Reddit plays like, you want a real one? This is how you do it. It's like, it's playoffs, and now you got this stress about this white girl saying that you raped her and she's pregnant with your kid. I'm like, Reddit, you are amazing.
I have spent. All right, shameless confession.
Go for it.
I spent sometimes when I'm like listening to a podcast or watching something, I'll be on Reddit. I'll be on the innocent side of Reddit. It'd be about like 1 or 2 hours later.
You just fall into that hole.
It's like you're in a good neighborhood. You're walking home in a good neighborhood. Then all of a sudden you just make the wrong turn and you're like in the most dangerous neighborhood in the country. And you're just like, how the hell did I get here?
Yeah, with Reddit, well, I live in that gray area because I browse the all page a lot. So you have like just the top hits of all the subreddits. So I get stuff from like WTF, which is graphical as fuck. Like some of that shit is intense. You get the 50-50, which is like 50% chance you're getting Scarlett Johansson nude, 50% chance you're getting the guy getting decapitated on camera. And I'm like, fuck, I'm not clicking there.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I just do the search. And then whatever is the most, like, if I want comic books, I just search comic books, and then it'll have, like, comic books, and it'll have, like, Marvel, DC, Image. Like, it'll have a list of everything related. Yeah. So once you click that next page.
Well, it's like when you do a search on Google. It's like once you go into the second page on Google search, you know you're desperate. I was like, shit's about to get very weird.
And then people, like, when you're reading, like, people post, and then you're reading, like, the comments or whatever, people start posting links.
Oh, yeah.
Like, other subreddits or Imager or whatever. And that's where it really gets me, because then I just end up in, I'm just like.
You're on, like, RedTube. You're like, how the fuck did I get here? I was just looking at something about Batman.
I discovered there's a Rule 34 subreddit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna go there right now.
Yeah, there's like Rule 34 and then like Rule 34 comics. So, yeah. But then you find the good stuff. Like, I discovered there's a Pokemon conspiracy subreddit, and I spent hours on that. I was just reading a bunch of shit.
Speaking of conspiracies, I was reading one today that they say that Avril Lavigne, the pop star, Canadian pop singer, died in 2003 and was replaced by an imposter. And they have pictures and arrows and comparisons. They compare like her videos from back then with her lyrics. And I'm just like,
was she out in 2003?
Yeah. Like, she became famous, I think, 2002-ish. And then they say that she died in 2003.
Nice.
It was just, I'm like, how the fuck did I wind up on this on the internet? And this was just like browsing a regular blog site. So I just had to go there. So yeah, so in other words, $60 game glitches. That's fucked up.
Wasn't it like that with Master Chief Collection? Like the online didn't work?
Yeah, GTA was like that when GTA came out.
Well, Rockstar, I already see where Rockstar messed up, because they claim they didn't anticipate how many people would be playing this game. And I'm just
I
like,
don't believe that. You can't say that, because you have pre-order numbers, first of all. They broke records.
Pre-order numbers, and then this is like, when was the last GTA game? Last GTA game came out when I was in high school. GTA. So that was like 2008 or 7.
I'll find out for you right now.
So what they did was, if people don't know, what they did was they released the game, but they locked out online until like a month later. Because I guess they wanted people to play the single player story first. And then, of course, when they unlock online, of course, everyone's like, oh, GTA Online, GTA Online. So, of course, everyone's who has a game is going to be logging in at the same time.
Exactly. So they knew exactly how many they sold.
So, and then, of course, it crashed all the servers, and then nothing was working. So if they would have just released everything day one, they wouldn't have had that problem, because you'll have people playing online, and then you'll have people playing the story. So maybe the servers will be messed up a little bit, but it wouldn't be as because the online didn't work for like a month at least.
Yeah.
Until you could just log on like that. So that to me, that's where they messed up. They should just release it all in one instead of locking it out.
But that's the thing, though, is that they had the information of how many games were sold, so they knew exactly how many players to expect. It's like you expect for the worst.
Always expect for the worst.
That's how I live. So, but games these days are like that. Like they get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and come out buggy or with patches on day one that are enormous patches.
Well, most of the time the patches are from stuff they worked on after it went gold. Because once the game goes gold, they start shipping to stores. Yeah, and then if they find any major bugs, they just put all of that in the day one patch.
Right, but it shouldn't be like a 4 gig or a 1 gig. Because I don't know how, like, if a game is, GTA, for example, is 7 gigs, right? It's almost 8 gigs.
I think it depends on the size of the game. Because if you have a game that's like open world like GTA, or if you have a game that's like super cutscene heavy like Uncharted, like most of that memory, most of that memory is going into that, like the cutscene itself or the world itself.
It shouldn't be
the code. I don't think it would probably be like a few megabytes. I would say. I don't know. You're the programmer, so
yeah, but with gaming though, it's difficult. I don't know, like how big, because we're dealing with high def graphics and
exactly
and maps.
Just think about if you have a Blu-ray of a full movie, and you try to like download it or whatever. Just think about that size,
right?
But with code and all the other stuff that goes into video games on top of that.
But when you release a game and the day one patch is twice as big as
that's Tony Hawk.
The game itself, yeah, but that's something I could see happening still, even common more in like other games. Like it's ridiculous because you'll buy a game, you get home, and then you got to install the game and download a patch, then install the patch, and then by the time you get to play it, it's next day.
I don't think I've played a game where the patch was not even as close as the install itself. Because I can just imagine, like, I'm playing, like, The Witcher 3. And that game is massive. I don't even know how much gig. It's probably, like, 40-some gigs or maybe more than that. And then the patch being 80 gigs. I would have to delete everything off my PS4 to play that game. But I was surprised when the 3.0 update came out. It was only, like, a few megabytes.
I didn't even know because I turned on my PlayStation and it was already there because I have it. I just need it on standby.
I turned it on Tuesday or on Wednesday, and it was only a few megabytes, so it would download real quick. But there's a lot of like hidden features that they didn't put in the notes, like in the like I sent you a message because I was messing around with the messages.
Yeah, I saw that
on the PS4, and you could like send like stickers to people. So, like, they have, like, different category of games. So I just went to Uncharted one, and I just sent it to you. And then they have, like, well, that's something they had announced, I think. But, like, another hidden thing was you could turn off the automatic screenshot thing when you get a trophy.
Right.
But that's like, I only found it because I was messing around with saying, like, I went to share to see if they added anything for, like, the voice stuff. And then I was just clicking through the menus, and then I saw to disable the automatic screenshot. I'm like, why is this in the share? Like, what does this have to do with share? Like, I know I could send you a screenshot now in messages, but that has nothing to do with share play.
Like, I guess their idea is that you take the screenshot, then you share it on Twitter or Facebook to people. But
most of the time, when I get a trophy, the screen, like with all my trophy pictures, the screen is black.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, it's a story trophy, and then right after you finish a mission, like usually this it goes to black for a couple seconds and then it loads up.
Yeah.
So it's like when a trophy pops up, my screen is black. So all my trophies is just a black screen. So I'm like, well, this is a waste of time, waste of space. Oh, Sony. Only you and God himself knows exactly why you put it in the share. Another thing is in the the little Facebook section, wannabe section, where it shows what all your friends are doing. You could leave comments and stuff now. So like if it says Undid Melz got this trophy, I could like leave a comment there like good job or F
Go
you.
fuck yourself. Whoop-de-fucking do. Congratulations on your goddamn trophy.
Do you want a cookie?
The sticker thing, I think they already had it though, but they probably added new stickers. Because I vaguely remember sending that, but it's not like I use that chat anyways. Like, anyways, the chat when I get it, it goes straight on my phone, and I don't get stickers on the phone because I have the app installed there. I need to turn off that screenshot thing. I did a quick search for it. I couldn't find it. I remember you said something in the search in the share settings.
I don't remember exactly what I
couldn't figure out where the share settings were, and I just realized I had to push the share button on my controller to get to it. Just realized that right now as I'm talking. That's all. I just turned on the PlayStation just to fuck around with it, like take a quick look around and see what's going on, and I'm like, it looks pretty much the same, and then I left it.
Yeah, I was looking through like the community stuff.
Yeah.
I found some people who try to do one of the raids in Destiny.
Mm-hmm. Did it work?
Nah, we got to a point we kept getting stuck. So, but the good thing about the raid is it saves until the weekly reset. So you pretty much have a week to finish it.
But you have to come back with the same people or no?
Nah, it saves for everyone, so you can go back whenever. So like if I'm not the leader, the fire team leader.
Mm-hmm.
But I participated in that raid. It doesn't just save for the leader; it saves for everyone that was in the group. So you can go back. You can go back whenever, with whoever you want. Well, I'm assuming that's how it works.
Well, how does it work if like you go on the raid and you're in one spot, I go on the same raid, but I'm in a further spot? How does that work? Does it skip you forward? Does it bring me back, or how would that work? Or do we both just say fuck it, and start from the beginning?
I've only done one raid, and I did it straight through because I was playing with people who knew what they were doing.
Just following directions.
Exactly. Like that's one thing with me with matchmaking is like if I don't know what I'm doing and other people look like they know what they're doing, I'm following you. That's how you don't die.
Or that's how you die, because that when I was in school and I would go to physics lab with people and I'm in my physics group, people are all like, so how do we figure this one out? And I'm like, what you gotta do is you gotta take the ball, you gotta put it up here, you gotta drop it, and we take this number and divide it by this number. And they're like, all right, they do it, and then we get numbers, and then the TA comes by, we show it to them, and it's like, no, that's wrong. And then they're like, how'd you do this? And they're like, we did what he said. I'm like, you shouldn't listen to me. I say stuff.
That was the first mistake.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys shouldn't listen to me because I say stuff like I know what I'm saying. And this went on through an entire semester where they kept listening to me. And I'm like, no, what we got to do is they do it and it's wrong. And I'm like, why are you still listening to me? If you pretend you know what you're doing, people are going to follow you.
That just reminds me of I'm still catching up on Critical Role. And I'm just picturing us, like our group of friends, like playing.
Oh my God, I want to play
and
something.
I'll be like, I'll let you say your idea.
and then
I'll just be like, well, who has a real plan?
That's exactly how it would be.
I'll let you vet. Just let you, say your idea, put your idea out there. And I'll just look to the rest of the group like, okay, who has a real plan here?
Now that he's done speaking. I would love to do that, like a role playing, the group, and then just have that going. That would be fucking fun.
Yeah, we got to find a good. The thing is, Matt like sets the standards for DMs.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, if I don't get anybody with that quality, it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be patient with it, especially if it's a new DM. But it works. I mean, you just gotta be a good storyteller and think on your feet. Like, I'm not good for that. I like playing, and that's the thing is like everybody that I know wants to play. Nobody wants to DM.
I don't want to DM.
Yeah,
I'd rather play. I already have like my character in mind. type of character. But I gotta get that book so I can read it.
That's the problem, though. Is that book is so expensive. It's $50.
$30 on Amazon.
Oh yeah. I guess it's a little bit better. The art inside is pretty cool, though. Like I flipped around it when I go to the
Yeah, they
bookstore.
were showing it out. Like I'm on episode 12, and it's like I guess some of them were on vacation, so they just did like a impromptu,
Yeah.
like beginners thing.
Yeah.
And he was like explaining like the different rules or whatever, and they were showing off the book. So.
Yeah, for any viewers that we might have, this is a Critical Role RPG show on Geek and Sundry. Highly recommended. Long as
I started last Friday, and I try to at least watch one or push it to 2 episodes a day. So I'm on episode 12 now.
Yeah, I mean,
those are like 4 hours long,
but it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm watching it like it's a show. Like I load it up on my iPad, and then I just send it through the Apple TV.
Yeah.
And I just have it on the TV. Like I'll finish the episode before I go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. What else we got on the news docket?
Let's see. So we got. I guess we could talk about this one real quick. Power Rangers, 800 episodes.
Dun, dun, dun.
20 years, 21 years, somewhere around there. 800.
Damn. How many different series?
I don't even know. Let's say there's one a year, so
20.
21. 800 episodes, man. Most of it I watched for a while, and then I just fell off of it. Like I watched Mighty Morphin. What was that? What was after Mighty Morphin? I think it was Turbo was after Mighty Morphin, I want to say. I gotta look it up.
Isn't there one where they're ninjas? Or is that part of the Mighty Morphin?
I think that's part of Mighty Morphin. That was also part of the movie too.
I think isn't the full Mighty Morphin on Netflix now?
It should be.
Like all of them, because I know you have the Blu-ray.
I have the DVD box set of all of Mighty Morphin. It ends right before Turbo begins. Is it Turbo? No, it's not Turbo. It has to be something else.
I'm gonna say it's Turbo.
Mighty Morphin. Then you got the movie. Zeo. There you go. Zeo, then Turbo.
Power Shell Rangers. That's something I'm looking for.
So you got Zeo, then Turbo. Then you got the Turbo movie. And you got In Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, Wild Force, Ninja Storm. Dino Thunder is where I stopped. And that's the season where Tommy comes back. So
Dino Thunder.
So 2004. Then after that, I didn't really watch. I didn't watch anything after that. Like I'll see it on, but it just didn't really look good. Then again, Power Rangers wasn't all that anyways. Power Rangers didn't look all that good anyways, but it was like the best. It still is the best show ever. I can't wait till that movie comes out, the reboot.
Reboot.
It's coming out on my birthday, so you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch that movie like 10 times.
Just walk out, walk right back in.
Yeah. Trying to see what year. I think it's 2017.
Do they have the records or anything for it?
2017. It's gonna be made by Lionsgate, so Chris Hardwick might be in it as the Red Ranger.
As the Black Ranger. Oh, they will make
it's gonna be in continuity with the series, according to IGN. And any of the original actors are open for a cameo.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, no way in hell that they're gonna bring them in as.
Nah, they're not. I'd rather it be like that, like be like a legacy thing, like passing up the torch.
Right. They're like the Council of Elders.
It all depends on the new actors that they get. Of course, you know, I'm gonna audition.
I'm finding some pictures on online that people put together. Check out the group chat. But I'll probably watch it. I haven't seen the Power Rangers.
Actors began testing for the roles of the 5 Rangers on October 2nd, 2015. So yesterday. Actors include KJ Apa, Mitchell Hope or Michelle Hope, Austin Butler, Daniel Zavato, Ross Butler, and Brian Mark.
They're going to say Brian Hugalicious. I don't know those names.
I have no idea. But they always got unknowns anyways.
Yeah, that's actually kind of better.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't want to...
Like, these people might be actual martial artists.
I don't want to see... I can't even think of an actor right now.
Matt Damon.
But yeah. Ben Affleck as the Red Ranger. Sorry. Let's get Will Smith as a Black Ranger. I wouldn't mind seeing Will Smith as a Power Ranger, actually.
He's like this old, disgruntled.
Or he could be like the original choice, but then like something happens to him, and then his son takes over.
Oh my God, that's what's gonna happen, isn't it?
I'm writing the movie. Yeah, right. The budget to get Will Smith is probably more than the movie itself.
The entire movie is just shots of Will Smith walking around. He can't even afford like a Power Ranger suit. He just wears a shirt with the logo.
Oh, man. But yeah, and then I guess that would coincide with the new comic coming out. So in January. Well,
the comic comes out a year before.
It'll be 12 issues before the movie, so if it comes out once a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 800 episodes, that's cool, but the 20th anniversary episode they had was not good. Because they're hyping it up, saying, "Oh, these people are gonna come back," and they were literally in the show for 5 minutes. Like for the whole episode, if you count, probably less than 5 minutes. And they had like the big group shot of them like walking slowly, epic music playing in the background. And then they fight whatever, but of course they're fighting with the helmets on, so it's all stunt actors.
Yeah, because like most of these people don't fucking do anything.
Well, then again, they still use Japanese footage, so most of the screen, if you see,
still today,
yeah, if you're watching the show and you see them with the full costume on, it's most likely a Japanese footage. Only time it's our footage is if they have the helmet off. That's it.
I'm surprised that they still do that till today. Like, I just assumed in Japan they would have been done with Mighty Morphin and be like, we got better things to work on.
If it was just an American thing, that show would have been canceled a long time ago. Because in Japan they like to keep look at Naruto and One Piece and all these anime shows that's going on for like 800, 900 episodes. Japan knows what they're doing. Over here, it's like, we have this show going and it's doing all right in views. Let's cancel it. Yeah. Young Justice.
We're 3 episodes in and we haven't gotten 50 million views. They're gone.
But yeah, so I don't know if you have anything else to say about that.
Nah, like I've only seen Mighty Morphin, and even then it was like in and out because this was back in the 90s before I had any kind of knowledge about anything. So like I would watch it after school and then that's it. And then I would videotape episodes that I knew would air and then watch it. But I think my brothers might have watched a little bit more than me.
It's Morphin time.
Da-na-na, da-na-da, da-da, da-na-na. What do you got next?
All right, next up I got some comic book stuff. So we got, actually let's keep it to TV. We got the Damage Control.
I saw that.
Is coming to ABC. people don't know who Damage Control is. They're pretty much the group that clean up after all the big superhero battles. So if you're ever wondering, when the Avengers mess up New York, who takes care of all that? Damage Control.
So we're gonna get, like, I know nothing of Damage Control besides.
That's as far as my knowledge is.
So we're gonna just get like a grown-up version of Bob the Builder, mixed with a bunch of construction workers just bitching about the superheroes and then destroying the city.
I don't think they're gonna be bitching about it because that's their actual job. Like, if you didn't want the job, then why?
Yeah, but like everybody else,
because that's how you get paid. It's like, oh, I have this job where I clean up after superheroes. Oh, all the superheroes are gone. Well, I'm unemployed.
Why you just go over and start building buildings like construction?
Yeah, I don't know. That's as far as my knowledge is about them.
Do they have villains? Like, do they have?
I don't know.
That?
I think it's going to be a mini series, anyways. I don't think it's going to be like a full 20-some episodes. It might be like 6 episodes.
Like an Agent Carter situation.
Yeah, that's another show I gotta watch too. But I think that's as far as that's gonna go. I don't see that being anything longevity. Then again, like, it would have. There's not what major thing happened that in the Marvel universe that involves them besides Avengers, but that was 2012. I would think it would take place what's going on now.
I mean, the latest Avengers, maybe the one that came out last year, if they work internationally,
I guess.
Or maybe something happens in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I gotta watch that show.
Yeah, I don't want to fall behind on that again. I'm caught up, so I just have to watch the first episode. I gotta watch all my TV stuff for this week, anyways.
Yeah, I haven't seen Heroes yet for the week.
But yeah, I think in the Ultimates book, it was the Wrecking Crew, who in the 616 are a group of villains. But in the Ultimates, they made them the pretty much Damage Control of that universe.
Because I know they show up in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon.
They show up in the book too. It was an issue where like one of the guys was trying to hit on MJ. I don't know if you remember that. And he was like, and someone said, oh, he like asked how old she was, and she was like, oh, I'm 15 or whatever. And then it was like that whole thing.
I don't remember that. I remember Wolverine hitting on her.
It's funny because at least in the Ultimate stuff, the Wrecking Crew has superpowers. I don't know if Damage Control, if any of them have superpowers though.
No idea. That would be something for us to research.
But yeah.
Until it comes out.
And then next thing we have here is a new Moon Knight series is coming out. That people are saying the cover picture looks like a KKK reference.
Awesome.
I'll send you the link now. If I could get out of this.
Moon Knight. I read a little bit of the previous series. I guess it's the one that was the most recent.
Then the link you sent me is like 5,000 words. Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah. Type it up, man.
Nah. I just clicked.
But like Moon Knight was never a character that I really got into. Like people love him, but I don't know.
I could see this guy as the Black Ranger. I just clicked on the link. What's his name? Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Although the art for the new Moon Knight does look fucking great. I am digging this.
But that cover picture, though, that KKK.
Is it?
It looks like Walking Dead.
Like it just looks like he's wearing a bandage on his face.
Now, that's what people are saying. I don't see it. Then again, I don't really care about stuff like that. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It looks good, though. Who's writing this thing?
I just exited out. I didn't know.
Secret Wars. No, that's not a writer. Jeff Lemire.
There you go.
Damn, coming spring 2016. I'll forget about it by then.
But another thing we have is not new. The Daredevil creative team are gonna be working on Black Widow now. So if you like the I guess the more recent, I should say, Daredevil stuff.
Yeah. Well, they left. Like Mark Waid passed Daredevil on to somebody else, which would start after Secret Wars. I was reading the Black Widow stuff too. Her most recent series. I didn't stick with it, but I read like the first 4 or 5 issues. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was just one of those things where like it was just really hard for me to keep up with a ton of comics at once. So it was one of the ones that kind of fell off. But I don't know if it'll be something that I'll jump back on though, even though it's Mark Waid. But all of this is, of course, well, not all of it, but since we're in Marvel, Secret Wars finale got pushed back again now November. So, but this month, the all-new Marvel, all different Marvel Now starts still, right? Like all the books, still, the issue 1s and all that stuff still come out this month or not?
Nah, because all that stuff is after Secret Wars.
So is Marvel not putting out books?
All that stuff is taking place. Oh, now IGN. I've been noticing IGN's been late with like with articles. Like I'll be seeing it on one site or on Reddit or whatever, and like 1 or 2 days later they'll post it. So, but anyways, now they just posted the article about the Power Rangers thing I just mentioned with the actor.
A movie.
But I completely forgot what you were saying.
What were we talking about? Oh, the all-new, all different Marvel Now books.
Yeah, all that stuff is supposed to be after Secret Wars.
But do they not? So if it got pushed back a month, do they have books to fill it in, or are they just not? They can't not just put anything out for October.
I don't know. I don't look at release schedules. I just every Wednesday I just go on Comixology and see what's new, see if there's anything I want to pick up at the store, and that's as far as my knowledge goes. But I've been noticing that not a lot. They like that both them and DC haven't been releasing a lot of stuff these past like couple weeks. So
that's the thing. It's like I don't pay attention to the overall of it. I just look at the books that I normally read.
Yeah. Only thing I'm buying every month is the Archie, which I still have to read issue 3.
I forgot that came out. But yeah, but that's man, Marvel and that Secret Wars. They need to fucking finish this thing. It's been going on for so long, since May, right?
By the time this ends, a new event is going to be started.
Yeah, a new reboot. That's insane.
Yeah, I need to catch up on this Ninja Turtles. They're already on issue 50. Jesus Christ. But they release the trades quick, though.
Where did you stop?
Trade 7. It was right at the end of City Fall arc. That's pretty much where I stopped.
Is that the one with Leonardo leaving them? Or
yeah, it's the one where Shredder brainwashes Leonardo, and there's like a big fight, and there's like this big scene where not Shredder, Splinter is trying to like talk sense into him, and he just like drops the headband. He's like, forgot what he says, but he says something like, "I'm not your son anymore," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh snap!" She just got real. But I like this cover for issue 50.
You're not my dad.
The art on it has been really good. I really like it. I really like the art on these books. It looks like not the 3D style. Like I sent you the link.
I think I've only read the first issue or the first 2 or 3 issues of the Ninja Turtles books.
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
I don't even know if it's the same series that you're talking about, or if it was.
Yeah, if it's the reboot, then yeah.
I really don't know. It's the one where the first issue takes place in a lab, and I think April is working undercover, and the turtles are not mutated yet. And then there's like
April. Yeah, that's it. But April, she's not she's not undercover. She was I think she was like an intern.
Okay.
Donatello's mind is apparently in a robot body. I remember he died. I guess they brought him back as a robot. They're fighting a rhinoceros,
Rocksteady.
a shark, hammerhead shark, the falcon. Apparently, I don't know. I just see a guy with wings.
That looks like a vulture. Oh yeah, they got Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, but they also got a bunch of other animals too.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. I really this was like my favorite series that I was reading until I fell off on it. Oh man, but
What else you got?
I think that's about it for now.
What we got?
I see. Batgirl is now dating Luke Fox.
I don't know. I haven't read. I fell behind in my comics again. Spoiler alert. Yeah, at this point, like I don't care if I catch up or not. I just as long as I'll just read them as I go. Like there's no way in hell I'm gonna ever stay caught up with my books.
All you gotta do is read it every Wednesday.
I ain't got time for that.
Well, whose fault is that?
Time's fault. What are we on today? So this week we get The Flash. But it comes back. Arrow comes back. We got that going for us, which is nice.
Yeah, got too much TV to watch. I don't know time.
Luckily, with DVRs and internet and shit, we get to watch it on the weekends and catch up.
No, I only got one more left. How can this happen to me?
Make another run.
Nah, I buy it on Fridays.
That's it. TV. We got some games coming out this week also. Rock Band 4 comes out on
I can't wait to play that.
I would love to get that, but first of all, it's expensive. Second of all, I'm sure my neighbors would murder me.
You can just get it, and then the first song you play is, "How can this happen?"
The Uncharted collection comes out on Friday. You gonna get that?
Yeah, but I'm gonna wait until it's on. I played the demo.
You didn't know there was a demo.
Yeah, played the demo. It's Uncharted, just better graphics.
I never played the first one, so I don't know. I played the second one. I was looking at the list of Xbox 360 games that are going to be compatible with the Xbox One. The list
is like 500, right?
It's supposed to be 100 games.
No.
The list online has like 20 games, and they're all games that I don't have or care about. That's how
it's going to be.
Exclusive. It's like first-party games and shit, and I'm like, God damn it! I was hoping that the official list will be out because it's gonna come out like now in October or November.
That's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be because you got all these companies releasing.
Like it'll be up to third party.
It's gonna be games that aren't where the company isn't planning on doing an HD collection. Because to them, it's gonna be like, well, we could do this, or we can make more money. And if you're a game company,
well, yeah, I don't know what kind of kickback the company would get for. Well, that's the thing though, is that they don't really have to do anything, as far as I know. It's just going to be. I don't know. I really don't know how it works behind the scenes, but I was hoping that the list that would be released already would be a little bit more solid, so I know which games to bring back.
It's going to be like how PlayStation Plus is now. You get it for free, but it's stuff you don't care about.
Right. It's brutal, man. Like next the games for October. I'm looking at them, just like
I'll check out Super Meat Boy because I heard everybody talking about it, even though I have no idea what it's about.
But it's one of those where you're gonna rage. It's a rage platformer. Like I played once or a demo on the Xbox, but I've seen some other videos and it just looks ridiculous. It looks like those levels for Super Mario Maker. Like some of those.
I actually want to try. Not those ridiculous levels that I see on Kotaku. Fuck that. But some of them look like pretty good. I actually want, but I don't have a Wii U. I don't plan on getting a Wii U. So
that's the thing, is that game for me sucks because I don't have the mind to build stuff like that. Those levels.
Well, you don't have to make it. You just play through the user created stuff. You don't have to make anything.
Yeah, but then it's like it's half the game. Like I don't have the creativity for it.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about any bugs.
I do.
I don't think Nintendo has released a game, like a first-party game, where people have complained about bugs.
Oh, yeah, I don't follow Nintendo that much. Because then again, nobody buys Nintendo games.
Well, they buy the first-party stuff. They don't buy.
Yeah.
Like if Call of Duty comes out for Wii U, no one's gonna buy that. But they're supposed to be working on a new console. That's what the rumors are. So
I truly have no idea. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I only buy their handhelds. They come out with a new 3DS or 10DS, whatever is the next gen.
All these new dimensions.
Yeah, then I'll get that. But I only get it when they announce a Pokemon game for it. That's what I did with 3DS. They were like, Pokemon X, exclusively with 3DS. Okay, well, I guess I'm getting a 3DS. That's the only way. That's the only way I'll get a Wii U is if they announce a good Pokemon game for it. That's the only time they'll get me.
You gonna play the new Pokemon game that comes out next year on the cell phones? The augmented reality one.
I saw the headlines for it, but I didn't read anything about it. I think on one of the podcasts they were talking about it. It sounds interesting in
theory.
In theory, yeah. I didn't know if theory was the right word, or I was trying to think of another word, but it sounds interesting from what they described.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be nothing like what they described. It's going to be like this basic crap.
No, it's from the same people that did this other cell phone augmented reality game called Ingress.
Yeah.
Which you walk around the city and there's like a ton of bases that you have to control and stuff. Like the Ingress game is extremely complicated to understand.
Yeah, but it's one of those things
solid.
where I'll believe it when I see it. Because whenever they announce something ambitious like this, it's like, oh yeah, you're going to be walking outside and you're going to see a Charizard over there and you're going to want to look like an idiot and go like this when people are staring at you. Like, what the hell is this guy? But yeah, it's going to be one of those things where they have all these ideas and they put it all in the trailer. And then when you get the game, you're just going to be like,
it's another Squirtle.
And then if they really have it where it's like Pokemon show up by geography, you're gonna be seeing the same crap over and over and over again.
I don't know if it'll be like that. Like at the most, it'll be like.
That's what they said. That's what they said on one. I don't remember which podcast, but that's what they said that when they were talking about it. That's what they said that supposedly that's how it's gonna be. Like if you want to catch a Sandshrew, well, you better take a flight to Las Vegas and go out in that desert. So I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
Traveling.
Yeah, I hope they better give me the money for it.
Well, it's free.
No, they better give me the money to travel.
Oh.
But yeah, it's one of those things. I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, it's gonna be free to play. The game, the Pokemon will be there because Ingress is like I tried playing it, and the material, I guess I could say, is there. Like as you play it, like there's stuff going on. But the whole geography-based Pokemon, that's pretty fucked up.
Can you imagine, like, you know, in the game when you walk past someone and an exclamation mark and the music plays?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you walk past someone on the street and you both have the game and then you're wearing
something like that, like a battle?
Yeah, but they said there's like a watch thing you have to wear, right?
I don't know if you have to. I think it's just something that will make it like it vibrates or I don't know. It's some little thing that you'll have to carry around with you.
You
But
just walk past someone and you're both looking at each other. Your phone goes off and music starts playing, and then you're just like you're on one side of the street, he's on the other side of the street. People are driving by like the fuck is going?
With me, it'd be like the guy looks at me, I look at him. He's like, "Let's battle." I'm like, "I ain't got time for this shit. I gotta go somewhere, man. Just walk away."
Or you're driving. And you're not supposed to be texting while driving, and you pull out your phone and you're just like, "Oh shit, Mewtwo!" And on this day, there was a mass accident, like Final Destination 2.
Like the game, it sounds fun. I would do it. I wouldn't get the device because I don't need it.
If it's free, I'll check it out. If I have to pay, then I'm not gonna check it out.
It's gonna be it's like a freemium game. It's like it'll be free to play, but if you want extra Pokeballs, per day, like you probably have like 5 Pokeballs per day, or something. And if you want to buy more, you gotta buy it. And if you want the Master Ball or all that shit.
That's when I stopped playing. That's what happened to me with Fallout Shelter. Like I'll play the free games until you're forcing me to buy stuff, and then that's when I just uninstall it from my phone. Because I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I hate that also. Like, if I'm playing, it's like, all right, now you got to buy this. I'm like, well, peace. It's fun while it lasted.
That's where you fall into that trap.
And then next thing you know, you're on the news because you spent $600 on a mobile game.
That's how they get you. That's how they. It's a free game, but you end up spending more. You could buy every game that's coming out this fall for the amount of money you spend on a free game.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to games coming out for the rest of the year, I'll just wait till they're on sale. Like the only thing I really want to play is Assassin's Creed, but I have to bite the bullet and wait until it's on sale. Same thing with Uncharted.
Well, Assassin's Creed also, I want to wait just to make sure that it's not buggy. Given last year and stuff, it's just like a wait and see on top of
the one last year. I didn't run into any problems with the one last year.
And reviews also, like just wait and see if the game's actually worth it. But since it comes out so close to Black Friday, I can wait. Like that.
It comes out the end of it comes out this month.
Right, end of the month. Black Friday is a month after.
Friday. Oh, okay. But I played every Assassin's Creed game except the portable one, so I'll just continue playing them every year.
I just didn't. The only one I haven't played is last year's.
Yeah, you can skip that one.
Yeah.
I just hope that they fucking continue with what's going on in present day. That's what hooked me with Assassin's Creed. I love the anime stuff, but what really intrigued me was the present day stuff. I really wanted to see, like, I wanted to see how Desmond's story was going to play out. But then after Assassin's Creed 3, they just haven't. It just gets worse and worse with the present day. I'm just like, the assassin stuff is fun, but you set up this whole world where, like, you know, with the whole the Templar. What's the company? Abstergo. You set up the whole Abstergo stuff, but you haven't done anything with it after 3. Like, what's going on? Like, where are these characters? You know, but
like you had Lucy and the British guy. Was it Lucy? I don't know. The British guy and the other girl.
Yeah.
Like and Black Sails. Like you play as the guy, like some random game tester or whatever.
Yeah.
You're
like a new employee. Yeah.
So like it's true. Like I would love to see that play out as well. Like the modern day take on the war. But with the actual killing, not like just this conspiracy and like corporate espionage. Just like
I wanted to be like
killing people,
like how they were doing with Desmond. Like I wanted to be like that. Like continue. Like you could have a new character.
Yeah.
And just show it what's going on now. Like what are assassins doing now? What are the Templars? What is Abstergo doing now?
Participate in actual missions, like where you got to sneak in here and.
Like remember Assassin's Creed 3, where like you went to like Brazil and you went to all these places and you're doing actual missions there. Like there wasn't really that much combat, but still you could build up on that.
Right.
You don't have to have a full game. I mean, you could have a full game taking place in modern day, yeah, but I mean, you could still have that flashback stuff. But I mean, that's just how I'm probably like in the minority here, but that's just what will really grab me with the series. But from they have just haven't done anything with it since they killed off Desmond.
Well, they're moving slowly more and more into the future or closer to present day in these games. So maybe in like 5 or 6 years, we'll have one that takes place in the 70s. Or during the Cold War, like in the 80s during the Cold War. Something like that.
Yeah, it would just be, if you're doing like war stuff, it would just be hard because like with all the modern technology, like it would pretty much have to be like,
it would be like a Splinter Cell.
Unless they cross over with Watch Dogs and have that be what's going on now.
Well, they kind of take place in the same universe, right? Because in Black Flag. Yeah. Black Flag is a TV show. Black Flag, in Black Flag, the CEO of Abstergo goes missing. And then in Watch Dogs, we see that he was assassinated or killed by the Watchdog guy.
But then again, that could just be them just having like a little Easter egg. Or they could actually go somewhere with it and have Watch Dogs 2 hint more at, Well,
who knows? Because if you think about it, like there's no reason for that. I don't know. Because it's weird that the guy in Black Flag goes missing and then they don't mention it in the story at all. Just like he's just missing. And then they have it in Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I don't know. Then again, I'm not a multi-million-dollar company.
I used to be. Gave it all up.
Gave it all up to live this life.
Too many women. Too many cities.
But, yeah. That's the only game. I really want to play Halo 5, but insufficient technology.
Insufficient consoles.
Insufficient consoles to play.
Yeah, like I've been on like huge Halo like rush recently. I replayed 4. I replayed 1.
Yeah, they were talking about it on I listen to so many podcasts. I get them all mixed up. That's why I might drop Beyond now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Greg and Colin started their own PlayStation thing, and the two podcasts are pretty much gonna be talking about the same thing. Like I listened to their PlayStation one, and then I started Beyond, and like the beginning was pretty much the same topic. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna delete this episode. So I might just drop that entirely. But yeah, I was listening to a pod. I think it was the Kind of Funny podcast, and they were talking about Halo 5. And they were talking about like the whole like the story that it might be on, like how Master Chief might be like a traitor, whatever they were saying.
Yeah, they're building that up. But
so I got the urge to listen to like the Halo theme, the original theme.
So good.
And I was like, dun, 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 dun. And I was listening to it while I was driving. And I'm just like, dun, 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 dun.
You're treating like the highway like it's the last level in Halo.
Oh God, I would be dead right now. Especially the way how you were driving when we played.
Oh my God, I still drive like that. I flip that shit.
The Halo controls for cars, Halo and the Mass Effect 1, the control for the cars. I don't know what they were thinking.
Man, I was playing Halo 1 yesterday. Because I put it on easy mode, and I was just going through, getting the skulls and like the terminals and shit, just trophy, just achievement more in myself. So then on that last level, there's a little bridge that you stop because like the ship's gonna pick you up, but then it explodes. So I stop, and then I grab a skull that's there. I get back in the Warthog, and then a ghost or a phantom, whatever the fuck they call it, comes, shoots the Warthog. The Warthog flips. I jump out, like my character jumps out, lands on the bridge. My Warthog goes straight off the level, and I'm like, fantastic. And then I got like a minute and a half left to run.
Then you're like, you started panning the camera around, and then you're like, how can this happen?
But like I've been reading the comics, the Halo comics.
Yeah, and I see they have that anime movie on Netflix.
Yes, I want to rewatch that. I saw it a long time ago. I want to rewatch that. And then I want to restart or not restart, but I want to start reading the books. There's a ton of them, but they're all fast, easy reads because I really like the backstory.
You ever read the Assassin's Creed books?
No.
They got the comics coming out now.
Didn't they already have comics?
I think they had comics before, but I think they're like
an ongoing,
doing a new series. But yeah, I really like Halo Reach was my favorite. Yeah. Then again, I didn't play through all of 1 and 2. I only played through 3 with you, and Reach. But Halo Reach, like the story for Halo.
Man, I've been dying to play that. Like I was thinking of you the other day. I'm like, man, if the list of Microsoft had Halo Reach, I would have brought my game, and maybe we could have played together, like you on your 360 and the Xbox One.
Yeah. Like, I have to see if I still have it. I should still have it because I have all my Xbox games in a box. But Halo, like the story for Halo Reach was what really got me to the series. Like, I only played Reach 4 and 3. But, like, Reach, I was just like, that. Like, it got so emotional at some points. Like, when your team started dying off, like, one by one. Yeah. Like, they went out. Like I remember there was one guy, like, the last guy you were with. And, like, you had to do something, and, like, you see him from the distance, like, on top. And then, like, he gets attacked by an enemy, and he just goes down like a champ. I'm just like, no! How can this happen?
You're sitting there, and it's just, like, you're just on the roof just shooting people, and it's until you die. Like, there's no way to survive that.
I don't think it was it wasn't the roof. It was, like, the last sequence.
Yeah,
and on the screen, you're, like, in the desert or whatever. And on the screen, all you see is survive. And I'm just like,
and then the screen starts turning red until you just die. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, the moment that really got me was when I think like this whole big sequence goes, and then you're walking, and you think everything is good, and then the female member of the team just gets sniped through the head. Oh, and I'm just like, what just happened here? What just happened here? Like, I had to pause the game. Like, I was not expecting that. I had to pause the game, and I'm just like.
She got sniped. Holy fuck.
That shit was crazy. Like, that's the only one where I finished on Legendary. Like, I finished on normal, and I finished on, like, I think I have most of the achievements on that game. Like, even like the what's the horde mode thing that they have?
I forgot.
Yeah, like I just did it where I messed with the rules so I can never die. And I just had like unlimited rocket launcher ammo where I never had to reload. And I just until I just got the achievement that I wanted. But
the Master Chief Collection, they don't have that. They got Halo 3 ODST came out for it. You can buy it additionally for like $5.
I heard that game's not that good though.
It's whatever, but it's still part of the Halo story.
So like this Halo 5, oh man.
Like I really want to play it, but I would love to get more backstory as to why the scientist that made the Spartans, why she's being treated as a traitor to the humans race and all that shit.
They probably will explain it in the game, I'm guessing.
I think no, because in the comics, she's already, which I'm reading now, takes place right after Halo 4. She's already wanted. In the beginning, like when you played the Master Chief Collection, they have new cutscenes before you start the games. Okay. And the very first one is her already in custody, being questioned about Master Chief. And then I found on YouTube this thing called was it Halo Spartan Ops or something like that, where it takes place right after Halo 4. It's like
I think I heard about that game.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think like it's unlockable or something, but it's the CGI like a short movie. And it's when she manages to escape, but yeah, it's just like a lot of stuff I like to read.
Yeah, the Halo story per se, it's one of those things. It's like one of those things like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, where like the lore is there. It's like it. I like it.
Like all the lore is there, and I pick up on bits and pieces. But even if I'm lost on certain things, it doesn't really take away from the enjoyment of the game.
Yeah, not say for me, but but I'm also the kind of person that I like to know. But
yeah, it's one of the things that I wouldn't mind reading, like the books or reading the comics and stuff to get more. Like I've been for the longest time since since I met you, I've been meaning to read like the Mass Effect books.
I
but I just never got around to it. Like I always go to Barnes and Noble and I see it there and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. But by the time I finish browsing, I end up walking out the store and I just like I get in my car. I'm just like, God damn it!
Just carry it with you, man.
Nah, I don't do that. When I shop, I look for what I want first, and then when I'm leaving is when I pick stuff up. Can't be looking suspicious. And the books are cheap at like $8, probably less than that.
And I guarantee you that they're going to be fast reads.
Like
First Halo book, and that's a quick, easy read. Yeah. When I go to Miami, I'm going to pick it up from my box there and bring it back with me so I can start from there.
You're still coming this month, right?
Yeah, I'll be there in 2 weeks.
Just play the Halo theme when you're on the flight. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
As we're landing.
But yeah, Mass Effect's another game with I can't wait for it. Like the universe is what gets you. At least for me. I don't think you weren't like a big fan of the series, right? Of Mass Effect.
No, I don't know why. Like I like the games. I never finished the third one, but I didn't get into the universe.
Yeah, get into the universe. Yeah, Mass Effect is number one. The Mass Effect series is my favorite. And it's funny how I got into the series. I got into the series from a GameStop commercial. Like they were advertising Mass Effect 2, and I kept seeing it. And I was like, oh, this game, it doesn't really look like, because I think at the time I wasn't really into shooters like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, and I did some research on it, and then I found out like, oh yeah, it's like a Western RPG. But what really got me was the whole thing where you could transfer your save file to the next game. And I was just like, whoa, I never heard about it. I don't know if any games before that had it, but I never heard about a game that could do that. So I was like, man, I gotta check this out. So that's when I just bought Mass Effect 1. And then from there I was just like, yeah. But the universe is just like, I really enjoyed it. I gotta read the comics of that too. Yeah, but I just gotta start catching up on stuff, man.
Yeah.
This Critical Role is what delayed me. Like I would have been done with Robin. I haven't read anything. I haven't watched anything. I just been watching Critical Role.
I know the feeling. It was the same thing when I fell behind. I think I had to catch up on like 8 episodes. And I just started one day, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. Why did I fall off of this?
Yeah. And
now I just try to watch it every Friday. Like I'm a week behind on every episode. Episodes come out Mondays. They record live on Thursday, but I'm not going to stay up and watch that on Twitch. So they'll upload it to the website on Monday, and I'll just watch it the following Friday.
Yeah, I'll probably be caught up by next week, by next time we record. But yeah.
Well, I think we're about an hour. I think we're actually a little bit over.
Yeah.
Episode 33?
32.
32 and a half of the Team Up podcast. I've been Melz, that's Huggs. Don't throw grenades at me.